Guys, I have been feeling uplifted and hopeful. I've recently helped an elderly person cross the road, I got a kitten down from a tree, I've chatted with that lonely person on a park bench, and I saved a baby from a burning building. And yup, it's because of the Superman movie, how'd you know? But yeah, I gave it a watch and I enjoyed it. It's nothing really crazy, but it was good. There will be some minor spoilers in this video, but I'll try not to spoil too much. So this film is pretty wholesome and very hope-core. Sometimes it got to the point where it was a little corny, but that's the vibe they were going for, you know? It's supposed to feel like a comic book story, a superhero story, and it did. You just gotta embrace it and let the feelings through. After all, kindness is the new punk rock. I guess a way you can describe this Superman is a character with godlike powers, but with a human spirit and wanting to be human. He really loves humans and humanity, and he values life greatly, and you'll see in the film that he does what he can to make sure everyone and everything lives. Even when there are fights or destruction and chaos going on, Superman tries to make sure that every life is saved. There are many scenes where you'll just be in awe and you'll think like, wow, this guy's freaking awesome. I want to be like him. And that's what a true ideal superhero and symbol of hope is supposed to be. They're supposed to win not only the battles, but also the hearts of the people. They're supposed to make you want to be like them and be the best version of yourself. I guess a good, literally me character, you know. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though. The main antagonist, Lex Luthor, is an evil man. Pretty much the complete opposite of Superman. He is a super genius, a very smart man, but he's completely driven by envy. Everything he does is aimed towards taking down Superman and gaining control over the world. He's an actual human, but believes he's better than everyone else and serves only himself over humanity, unlike Superman. And he even goes as far as letting Superman's supporters die. He's what you would call a true hater. Every time Superman does something good or catches a dub, Lex is absolutely seething. And when Superman catches an L or Lex gets a little win over him, he's cheering from the bottom of his soul. There's even a scene where he's rage baiting Superman right in his face, and I thought that was pretty funny. So he's definitely up there with the greatest haters of all time. Superman does get clapped quite a bit in this film, but he is by no means weak. And him taking L's is not for no reason either. Again, he's battling against this super genius, and this guy created or accessed a pocket dimension as one of his feats. And he also has, let me say without spoiling, direct counters to fight and beat Superman. You know, in this movie, Superman's only been in the game for like 3 years or something, and he was undefeated until this film. And the L's he took were pretty much only from Lex Luthor, like I said, who is a true hater and has studied Superman extensively to counter him. And Superman has accomplished some pretty impressive feats in this film too, even in states where he's weakened. Let me just say he went up against some physical phenomena while under kryptonite. That's all I'm gonna say. And again, it was really impressive. So this guy is not weak. He's not weak. But yeah, despite everything, as well as the whole world turning against him at some point, Superman always gets back up and continues to shine and symbolize hope. In a way, I guess Superman seeming weaker and taking some L's and overcoming them makes him appear stronger, if that makes sense. He's simply a very Superman-y, superhero-y character. By the way, this Superman does have aura, you know, he does aura form after he saves people as well. So for you aura enjoyers, this Superman does come with aura. The side characters too, they were great and pretty likable in their own ways, especially this guy, Mr. Terrific. He was quite terrific. I thought he'd just be that typical smart character, but there's this one badass scene of him soloing a group of enemies, and it was pretty sick. The Daily Planet guys and Lex's girlfriend, they were pretty good too. Guy Gardner, he was like super cocky and goofy, but he had his times to shine. Hawk Girl didn't have much screen time, but she was pretty cool too. And Crypto the dog, he was a really nice character too, I liked him. And the performances were great. The actors played their roles really well, especially David Cornsweet as Superman and Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor. The performances were amazing and they really depicted their characters well. The visuals too, they were very striking, and you get the Hope core vibes from them too, as it's very bright, you know, colorful and vibrant. I did get used to it and I was like, oh okay, that's just how it's supposed to be. It made you feel good. It was like you were watching Superman at work. And the music, bro, the music was amazing. I love scores just as much as visuals in films, so hearing that majestic ass soundtrack really got me floating for real. I'm also really enjoying the memes and the content coming out of this. There's a lot of content and people talking about how they're inspired to be kinder and better people, which is really refreshing and great to see. And I've seen like especially older people going around saying that it made them feel like a kid again, so I thought that was really wholesome. It's like really nice. Some even caught me off guard because my feed is full of like brain rot, right? And I came across some memes that are in those absurd brain rot formats, but the text was just completely normal or even wholesome. And I got weirded out because I was like, wait a second, am I missing something? Like, I was waiting for like a punchline or like something to switch, but like nothing happened. It was just a nice, wholesome, normal meme. Me liking the Superman character is good and refreshing for me as well. A lot of the characters I typically favor are, I wouldn't say bad people, though in some cases they are, but like they aren't good, like great people, you know? For example, I like John Wick. He's one of my favorite characters, and others like Sung Jin-woo, Itachi, Batman, Aizen, just to name a few. Basically the typical cool, literally me characters. And though they are cool, they are quite dark and serious, and sometimes not the ideal characters to look up to. So I always appreciate and enjoy when there's a bright and wholesome, great person type character that I end up liking and look up to. Off the top of my head, characters like Spider-Man and All Might, and also the Superman. Anyway, you're gonna walk out after watching this with one of two mindsets, especially if you're a literally me archetype. Either you're gonna be inspired by Superman and the hope core will be flowing through your veins and you'll want to go out and do good and be the best human you can be, or you're gonna see Lex Luthor and realize that there are levels to hating and you're gonna up your hating game because you're not hating at your true potential. So leave a comment, pick a side, or be both. I don't know.
People trying to be comedians like they Drewski. You crashing out over nothing like be a badoobie. Judging like you perfect, but you know that you can't talk.